Hello, my name is Amanda Kellawan. Many people are familiar with the various images within Hinduism. This has caused confusion among Western people whether or not this religion is monotheistic or polytheistic. To clarify this issue, we've decided to interview two members of the faith to educate us on the nature of their belief in God.
So, hello Caleb.
Yo.
Do you believe Hinduism is monotheistic or polytheistic?
I mean, it's like 6 gods, right? I heard there was one guy with like 4 arms. It's like blue, right? Yeah, blue. It's crazy. But then there was another one. I'm like, why is there more than one? Oh, wait, that means it's polytheistic. Okay. Right, yeah.
Hey, Tina.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. What's up? Alright, so, do you believe Hinduism is monotheistic or polytheistic?
I think it's monotheistic
Why?
because in church they always talk about how God, there's many forms of God. So it must be originated from one.
Okay, thank you, Natina.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. Yo, Altaf, what's up?
What's up, EJ?
Alright, so do you believe Hinduism is monotheistic or polytheistic?
Well, I think it's polytheistic.
Why?
But I grew up in a lot of Hindu people. I know a lot of Hindu people, and they worship statues, and each statue have a different face and have different story behind them. So I know them as being polytheistic.
Okay, thank you, Altaf.
No problem, you know?
I'm back here with VJ.
Hi. And VJ is asleep. So, Raj, as a person who follows the faith of Hinduism, can you clarify to us whether Hinduism is a monotheistic religion or a polytheistic religion,
Well,
and why?
I feel like you asked 2 questions in that one, BJ or Vijay, whatever your name is nowadays. You said false faith, and I don't think the faith is falling. I think it's actually growing. So to prove my point in that area and answer that question, because I don't know if you said following or falling. I don't know which one you said. You need to enunciate better. Miss Bible, you can fix that, right? I think you should bring on, to prove that point, whether you said following or not, it's growing actually. I would like to bring Auntie Kristen onto the scene. Yes, she's also another Hindu that follows the faith, and a little bit of Hindu hospitality. Since she's elder to me, she will take a seat, and I'll answer your question next. Alright. So,
Thank you, dearie.
Hinduism is actually a monotheistic religion, and to prove that point, I'll just give you an example. Science, sorry, we have to cut that part. Anthropology, zoology, biology, chemistry, history, math. I don't know, any type of ology, I guess. You know what I mean? Ology, whatever. What do you call it all? In the end. Science, right? But these areas, when you go into history or you go into like philosophy or biology, you're elaborating on an area of it, right? Because science is such a broad concept. It's a very impersonal concept, but then it gets personal because you elaborate on it. But it's the same thing with Hindus. We believe in a larger concept known as Brahman, which is everything, that oneness of God. But since we can't wrap our minds around it, we elaborate on it by saying, to expand on God's omnipotence, we expand on it to like something like a common thing like water, we give it a name, or something like wind, we give it a different name. Like Pawan is wind, but we focus on these things to give us like an objective or a focus to follow in life, anything like that. So as Hindus, it's a very Brahman in general is a complicated concept because it's so large. You can't wrap your mind around it, so we elaborate on it more and just go into different areas of it. That's why we have so many names. And at the same time, you have to realize that a country like India has many different languages, and out of those different languages, you have many dialects of them. So that's why we have so many different names. In the Vedas, we have a verse that says, truth is one, but sages call it by many different names. Yep.
Thank you, Raj. That was very long. Next we'll have Chris Knowles.
I would like to give an actual demonstration of an illustration that tells us and explains to us why Hinduism is actually monotheistic. This is called Sri Yantra. A yantra is a geometric depiction of a story or power, just as in Buddhism a mandala is. In Hinduism it's called a yantra. In the center of this yantra is a dot. That dot represents Brahman, which is the eternal source of all things, God. If you hold this with my fingers pointed up, there are more triangles emanating up than there are down. This tells us that everything in the universe originated with that one single source, God, Brahman. But all of the things in the universe have a name, and that name is still made from that one source. So from that source, the creation of the universe, with each having a name and a principle and a power and a purpose, but all part of that one. When you hold it this way, you talk about more of these triangles pointing down than up. This signifies the dissolution of the universe, meaning that all things will come back to our one source, Brahman, God. So we as Hindus have many aspects of creation, but we have only one source, one God.
To further elaborate on what Auntie Chris was just saying, there are many symbolisms in Hinduism. Another thing would be from the Vedas. There's a verse or a line in the Vedas that translates, it says, Ekoham Bahusyam. From the one, you get the many, and from the many, we all have to go back to the one. That's essentially what Hinduism is.